As a student, there are certain skills that you need to learn to develop to be successful in your academic and personal career. In this video, we would like to discuss about the top 5 skills for a student to be successful in their life. Most probably, these skills will help you to excel your studies, build your confidence, and prepare you for the future. So let's get started. In this video, we'll be discussing about the top 5 essential skills that every student should have for the successful in their academic and personal career. These skills include time management, critical thinking, communication, organization, and self-discipline. We'll be discussing why these skills are important and as well as providing practical tips for developing these skills perfectly. So those practical skills will be the steps for you so that you can understand what should you do step by step so that you can perfectly achieve those skills without any distraction. So let's get started. Our first skill is time management. Time management is one of the most important skills that every student should have because without time management, they are not going to become responsible. So as a student, you have a lot of responsibilities from attending classes to completing assignment and studying for exams. Time management helps you to prioritize your tasks so that you can use your most time perfectly and avoid feeling overwhelmed. Here are a few practical tips for developing your time management skill perfectly in daily life. Remember, first thing is create a schedule and stick to it. Second thing is set achievable goals for each day. Number third is break down larger tasks into smaller ones. Number fourth, use a timer to help you stay on track. And number 5, avoid multitasking. These 5 things is extremely important. If you have any kind of confusion, then you can watch our time management video. Link will be in the description and I button, no problem. So if you are controlling your time or if you are managing your time perfectly, then you can achieve any kind of goal what you have in your hand, so no problem. But remember one thing, time management is one of the most important thing for the student life, also for the personal and professional life. Second number tips is critical thinking. Yes, critical thinking is another essential skill for a student. It involves analyzing information, then evaluating arguments and making informed decision. By developing your critical thinking skill, you can improve your problem solving abilities and become a more effective learner. Here are the 5 most practical tips that can develop your critical thinking skill perfectly. Tips number 1, ask questions and seek answers. Tips number 2, evaluate evidence and arguments. Tips number 3, consider different perspectives. Tips number 4, identify assumptions and biases. Tips number 5, practice making connection between ideas. That's the most important thing. If you are following these 5 tips, I hope so you can learn this skill perfectly. Third number skill is communication. Good communication skills are essential for success in both academic and professional life, also the personal life. As a student, you need to be able to communicate effectively with your teacher, classmate, and peers. Communication skill can help you build a strong relationship, collaborate effectively, and express your ideas clearly. Here are some practical tips we would like to share with you so that you can develop your communication skill perfectly. Number 1 tips is practice active listening. Listening is one of the most important things if you want to become a good communicator. When you are seeing something, listen also perfectly so that you can absorb everything what other person is talking about. Number 2, use clear and concise language. Number 3, avoid distraction during conversation. Number 4, use appropriate body language. Number 5, be open to feedback and constructive criticism. These are the 5 pro tips, you can say that, to developing your communication skill. I hope so. If you are following this, you can start or you can build communication skill in you perfectly. There has no doubt. I can assure you that within a few months, you can be a great communicator if you are following these tips perfectly. Fourth number skill is organization. Here is the issues with students and young people because they are not organized perfectly. Even I'm also not organized perfectly, but nowadays we're trying to organize perfectly so that we can share my experience with all of you guys, because being organized is another one of the most important skill for a student. If It involves keeping track of your assignment, notes, deadlines. These all are important for you if you are a student. So if you are organized, then you can stay on top of your work and avoid missing important deadlines. By developing your organization skill, you can reduce stress, improve your productivity, and you can complete your task without any hesitation. Most probably, being organization, it is going to be amazing in your life, because if your work can be easy for you if you are organized in your life. So here are the few practical tips for developing your organization skill. Number 1, use a planner or digital calendar. Number 2, keep your workspace clean and tidy. Number 3, create a folding system for your notes and assignments. Number 4, prioritize your task. Number 5, avoid procrastination. These 5 things is extremely important but hard to remember, because every young people are not going to remember this thing, because they really love to be procrastinator. They really love to keep always dirty their workspace, because they are experimenting in their life. That's why, like me actually, because we are recording but everything is messed up. No worries, but not my workspace. This is not just my workspace. This is the recording space. That's why we're missing right now. So number 5th skill is self-discipline, which is extremely important to remember this thing, because self-discipline is an amazing skill for success, not only the academic life, but also for the personal, professional life. It is the ability to control your behavior, thoughts, and emotions, and take responsibilities for your actions. So self-discipline is crucial for the student, all students, because it helps them to stay motivated, focused, committed to their goal. Yeah, that's the real idea, because I'm following this thing. That's why I'm always focusing my work, what am I doing and what I'm going to do in my life. So self-discipline is one of the most important things. Without self-discipline, it's easy to get distracted, procrastinated, and lose sight of your priorities. Yes. And developing self-discipline takes time and effort, but it's a skill that can be learned and improved with practice day by day. If you want to know, then I would like to share the 5 pro tips that will help you to understand how can you develop self-discipline actually. Number 1, set a goal. Maximum people are not setting any kind of goal, but they're going to achieve something. You shouldn't do this. First of all, set a clear goal. Number 2, create a plan. Number 3, avoid distractions, any kind of distractions. It can be a social media, it can be a computer, mobile phone, whatever you have in your hand. Number 5, practice self-control. And number 6, hold yourself accountable. That's the most important thing. I hope you got the point, what am I talking about. So thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any kind of question, you can comment down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe and like for more productive tips and tricks.